Hi, my fault. I was getting breakfast. So we missed the first 14 minutes. That's fine. We can get the 15-minute close. And this, so last bar ends up closing um, bearish and already triggering. I mean, it's not triggering a short, but it's like not triggering the long, rather. Let's break it down to this 15 real quick. Um, so I think the last bar that we were talking about was this bar. And I think that when this happens, it's kind of not, it's just kind of a no-go. Once you break under it. Like, this is the type of bar that if the next bar never breaks underneath and just goes straight up, then okay, sure, we can get another shot at the top of the range. But really what you would have liked to have seen was an immediate like green bar, small green bar that closes kind of here, and then a subsequent green bar that closes, that pushes higher. So this is not the best looking bar. I mean, it's not the worst looking bar. It's not a good looking bar, I'd say. Yeah, this is not the bar you want to see when you're taking it along, but it's an okay bar to see, because as the subsequent candle opens, you can just 406 40,607. You can just take an immediate long, and then the moment you kind of break under 40,600, you can just you can just close it, and it's all good. Or if you don't close it and you let it ride all the way down here, and you try not to close it on here, you might be able to get a close back up next to break even. But basically, once you see these two, like, this is coming, this next one is coming, right? You're kind of outside of this trading range, and the same thing you did here, you can do here now. You can short this, you can short the close slash the open, and then put your stop kind of pretty much on the other side. And as soon as it kind of takes it, you can just be out and then be like, it's fine, I'll just wait now. Because at that point, then you would start to see, like, this is a doji, this is a doji. If this next bar like breaks down and then closes like up here somewhere, and it also is closing as a doji, now we're in barbed wire, and now you don't even want to take a trade anyway. So like, the only way you would like this as a long is if we broke above here and then closed a strong bull can, like a nice bullish candle like this kind of thing, and then you buy above it and then you take a shot. But like, again, you have such small, like, your target is up here, right? And you already have a possible 1, 2, 3 pushes up. So it's not really the best. It's not really the best looking long. Like, the third push usually is going to be the most climactic, and this is certainly the most climactic move on here, right? And so this is, this just makes a lot of sense. So now we're going to be looking for, let's see if we can bounce some support here, low 40s, maybe like 40,200, 40,100 kind of thing, and keep a watch from there. Kind of like what we were talking about. Next bar, we kind of close down here, and then you do a similar type of thing where you just try and take a long off of 40,200, and then just kind of let it rock and see what happens. That would be, if we did close this candle 40,100 or 40,200, that would be the first bearish sell signal. Is that right? We have this, right? Excuse me. 1, 2, break sideways. Third leg down. 1, 2, 3 pushes down. Retest here, or you can say 1, 2, 3 pushes down. Either kind of makes some sense. And then double bottom here. On other exchanges, you have a wick that goes a little bit lower, so it almost looks like a triple bottom slash head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, whatever the fuck that shit is called. And we get a rally here, nice rally. Puts this in. This is your first sell signal, is this bar here, and your target is, yeah, I mean, your target is to get back here, right? But this ends up being so strong and sharp. This right here is so sharp and strong, right, that you do expect another leg up before we go down. Like, you would expect something like this to get us back to 36. And look how slow and grindy that is. Like, that takes almost 3 days, whereas this took an afternoon. I guess you could also hope that you just kind of do like this, but if it does like this, it's a much stronger chance that we hold this level. and then do exactly this. Um, and so that is exactly what happens, except we don't go all the way down here. We come right to this EMA. We bounce back immediately, and then this is your go candle, and it's just a wrap from there. And now we're all the way up here in mid 40s. So yeah, I guess this is like the first signal, and like it was based on this high, so it ends up just washing out. This is kind of a low two. I almost want to say it's just a low one because I'm almost just not counting this part. This is just not a different move entirely. So this ends up being the first short signal. It's a low one, and low one you're not expecting really to work out. So it kind of makes sense to just buy the close. Assuming we're able to get all the way down here. I mean, it is a low one now, right? But I think that you want to have the low one in an area of support for that confluence. And so if it just drops down right here, you just buy the close of this candle slash the open of the next candle, and then you put your stop underneath this candle, and that's pretty much it. Or you can expect that the low one will trigger, but then come back on bears. So it'll do something like this. Like we'll close down here, and then the next candle will like open up and we'll dump down ever so slightly to like just above 40,000, and then we'll end up closing like this. Like we'll close it as like almost like a hammer kind of thing, and then from there we'll just go up kind of thing. You know? So you can instead just put a bid underneath this level, and then maybe put a looser stop, like just on some sort of continuation, maybe on a low time frame, like you start to see some real momentum, bearish momentum coming through. That could make sense too. But yeah, I think we're probably wanting to look for longs kind of somewhere near this level if we're able to get it. And yeah, that's kind of what we will be looking at this moment in time. And then if we take a look at the 15-minute chart, on the 15-minute chart, we have, let me just draw this channel again. So annoying. Let's do it like that. And then we also had this level here, right? The next level, I guess, would be probably around here, where we had the micro double top that triggered the long here. And then, of course, we would also have this here. This isn't a trigger, or this isn't a bear. This isn't a sell setup quite, but certainly some early and eager bears will have shorted here. I mean, I guess it doesn't really make sense because early and eager bears that shorted here are probably going to have stopped out here. There might be a couple who are looking to get back to break even around 39.3, but I don't think those people should be expecting to be able to get out break even. Like, they should be punished, right, for their stupidity of not closing above the double top, and it ends up getting another tap here. So like, if you don't close on this candle, there's no hope for you, right? So could see it hitting any of these levels, to be honest. I mean, this feels deep, but it's not really that deep, especially for a second leg. You know, if we like make a first leg down to here, we get a test of this level, or something, and then we get rejected, then this is definitely like an appealing target. Where the F is that thing, dude? You know, something like this where we get to run it back, and then it's just a 1-to-1, very clear. Like, it just makes a lot of sense then. I think people who will be trading fibs will be looking for a fib of this. So yeah, 382 is like right here, all the way down to 38.7 for the 618. But I think, you know, you can also at some point do this. Um, from 38.7 to 38 for the 618. Yeah, I don't know necessarily that we've completed a full structure here that warrants us doing this yet. Like I think we can give it a. I think we're more likely to be looking at fibs on this level, looking for like 39.5 or something like that, maybe even 39.1, coinciding ish with this level, and then looking for a buy bounce. And then once we put in the next leg up, which even if that next leg up is just like this, then you can consider putting in a fib of the whole structure. But right now, I wouldn't say that this is a completed structure that I want to be taking fibs of. How do I delete everything here with the F? So yeah, kind of what we're looking at. Just waiting for this pullback now. This is not a buyable. This is not a buy. I mean, like maybe it's a buy if you want to trade this channel again, but I'm like, I don't give a shit about this channel. Like, don't trade this channel. There's no money in this channel. Like, there's money in this channel, but there's not real money in this channel. Like, you can get from here up to here. Then you go take your profit at like less than 1% away. It's just not worth it. And like this momentum is decent enough, and we have 1, 2, 3 pushes up, and like this trend line was like easily broken this micro. So like it just makes sense. It just makes sense that we're gonna get another leg down. It just makes too much sense that that's a possibility. So like there's just no reason to do this in my opinion. So yeah, gonna wait for us to hit some sort of like buy zone area, and obviously we'll like to see a good structure, a buy structure like this, and then get on board and let's rock. All right.